So this is the main screen for Facebook App Creator, and in the next couple of minutes I'm going to show you just how easy it is to fill in a few blanks and create a Facebook application. This makes it as easy as it can get. So I'm just going to fire through this. It's very self-explanatory. You'll notice at the bottom there's a tip section here, and as you move around the various boxes and your mouse comes in and out, that tip, or some of them are when you mouse over, that tip will appear and tell you what it is you need to be putting in any given box. App title is the name of the application, so for the sake of demonstration I'm just going to create a generic fortune cookie application, and as we fill these boxes in you will see that this section here gives you an impression of what the application output will look like. So we'll go with a greeting of subhead of hello, and we'll actually use the one as it's in the example there, and that is I'm putting name in curly brackets. Now on this side of the screen you have here a list of available codes, and these codes get filled in when the app's run in Facebook. So if I put name in brackets like that, when the app actually runs in Facebook it will say hello Andy, hello John, whatever the user's first name is. And we've got the introduction text, so we'll say you just opened a fortune cookie and it said, and we've got image here which we can, if we select, I'm just going to use generic fortune cookie image that I've got there. App type. At the moment we only have three or four possible codes that can go in, and I'll talk through all the codes in just a second. When the application requests authorization from a user when they install it in Facebook, it gives them a list of the things the application wants to be able to do. Now the shorter that list, the more likely someone is to install the app. So in the case of basic authority, it will literally just ask them for permission to install. It's not going to ask them to be able to send them emails, it's not going to ask them to be able to automatically wall post or anything like that. So the beauty of the apps created in this way is that they get the most people just agree and go through. People are getting more and more cautious of what they approve on Facebook, because there have been apps that are on the malicious side or a little on the spamming side. If you change this to get users' birthday information, it will ask for basic authority and also to be able to look up the user's date of birth. This is for if you're going to create sort of horoscope type applications or numerology type things. If I just select that for a moment, you'll see that we immediately get a selection of other things that we can get access to. So we get their date of birth, we get their zodiac star sign, we get a daily lucky number, and that number will be the same for the entire of that day for that user. It's mathematically produced from their date of birth and other information, and so if they come back time and time again that day, they will see the same lucky number. And then they can also get the days, the months or the year from the date of birth, which you may have a use for. For this example I'm going to leave it on just basic authority. It's fortune cookie. So we've just got the user's first name, and then we've got three random numbers, and these can be useful if you're writing an application that said hello, here's a fortune cookie and your lucky number is, and you just wanted it to be random every single time. Then just you can use a random number. And if you want to alter the range of these possible numbers, click on the edit button and you'll see that we get the three possible things. So the first one, we'll pick a number from 1 to 100, but we can change these. So if we wanted for example to always get a number somewhere between 50 and 1000, we just pop that in there, and now wherever we put in ran 3, if I was to put it, and you can use these anywhere that you can type data in here. So if I put it there, this would make no sense, but it would say you just opened a fortune cookie, and it said 506, because it would be picking a random number. This configures the colours that these lines appear in, so you can change it to any standard web colour. So you might put the title in blue, the subheading is the greeting, also known as greeting, so we can change that, maybe put that in a nice red colour. There we go. And then maybe leave the intro in black and the actual fortune itself, we'll do that in a dark blue. So the next screen after this is to configure posts, and posts are the things that appear on users' walls. And again, this guides you through it, and it shows you some samples here so you get an idea of what it's referring to. So caption. Now this first box up here, this is the one that when they click on post this to my wall, it will pop this box up. It will pop up a box asking to post to the wall, and this is what will actually appear on the wall. And this line of text and this information here appears in both parts. So the caption would be, and if we wanted it to be like the highlighted example there, that would have been done by saying name opened a fortune cookie, and it said. And the link text, you'll see it highlights, is this down here where it says try for yourself. Whatever text you put in there is what will appear. So you could say open a fortune cookie now. You need to keep this line fairly short because you are limited on the number of characters that will fit in there and look right. That will be a link to the app, so when people see this posted on a wall, if they click on that, or if they click on the words, the title words there, it will take them to the application. And the other bit of text is on the invite screen. If somebody is inviting their friends, then the generic piece of text that will appear and says, you know, so and so thinks you will like this. So you can, again, you could say name in curly brackets, thinks you will enjoy fortune cookies, and that's what would appear there. The available codes that I mentioned are always in lowercase, so its name is always in lowercase. Facebook automatically capitalizes the name. The next page, if we click on main, that will take us back to the first page where we started. So it's like a wizard, you progress through it. If we go to lines, this will be the lines that appear. Now if I just go back a moment, I can show you whatever this line is here. So it's a randomly selected line. I've got a document here with a bunch of fortune cookie type lines in it, and I'm just going to grab a bunch of those and copy them, paste them over. Basically you can just type them straight in here if you want to. It's one to a line. The lines wrap around automatically. It determines where one starts and where one finishes from where you press the enter key. So if I was to type in a fortune that said the number 8 will have big meaning today, at the end of that line I need to press enter, and that's how it knows where a line starts and ends. So that's those. Now I'm going to go and show you a couple of other things, and then we'll come back and actually build this app. Let's imagine for a moment that we were building a horoscope type application, and the way the lines work now is different. You can have it just pick a random one, but for a horoscope that doesn't make a lot of sense, because if it was genuinely a horoscope, it would read the same each time they visited that day. It wouldn't change. It would only change the following day. If you want it to always be the same all day, you can change it here. User gets same line all day. So this way, when they visit, every time they come back to the page that day, they'll see the same line of text. Makes it a little bit more realistic. So that's another option you get if you choose the app type that lets you get birthday information. If you can't get birthday information, it doesn't give you that option. And this doesn't need a database or anything like that. That's the beauty of this. It works all of this out on a mathematical system. You can also use these codes in your lines of text if you wish. So if you were writing horoscopes, for example, you could do a line. If this was a horoscope database, you could say today is a good day for sign. And so today's a good day for Aquarius, today's a good day for Libra, whatever their star sign is. You should pay special attention to anything featuring the number, and then I can drop their lucky number in there as well, which again will remain the same all day. So you see how you can personalize those things. I'm going to take that out because in this case we're going to keep this to being a random line, simple fortune cookie application. So the next stage is to hit the build app button, and this is the final stage of the wizard. So now it's just a matter of choosing a folder. Now the folder that you build your app in must be empty as a safety precaution. So I've got a test folder on my machine which I'm going to use, and I click the build button. Oh, I haven't saved, so it will remind me, yes I must save. Okay, I'll save, and just call it Andy for this demonstration. And now it's gone ahead and built the code. If I look in the folder, which I use, it's my test folder, there we go, and all of these files reside in there and are ready to go, ready to be shipped. So if I was selling this app, I could just zip this lot up and send it along with a copy of the instructions PDF document, which is supplied to you in PDF and in various document formats. So if you want to customize it a little, you can. You'll find that in the folder with the things that you unpacked. So if you were doing this to sell, you would copy the instructions documentation in, and then just grab all that lot, archive it up using a zip tool or something like that, and you'd be ready to go.